Hi, welcome into Knit Habits. This is episode 15, and I am your yarn host, Christina, where I live with my husband and my 2 adult kids and my soon-to-be daughter-in-law and our 2 dogs in Raleigh, North Carolina. So welcome into episode 15. I'm so glad you're with me. I do have some new people that have been popping into my subscribers, so welcome in, and those of you that come back, I do truly appreciate you coming back and spending some time with me. I have one finished object today that is not a knitting finished object, just something that I have been working on. And if you follow me on Instagram, which all of my links will be below, you will have seen some steps of it. So I will show that here soon. I have some whips that I've been working on, some things that have come into the house, and I will definitely talk about the prizes that I've added a couple things to the prizes for the knit along that I am hosting on Instagram and Ravelry. So you can follow Knit Habits. There is a group over there for the make along for cardigans. So I will talk about that a little bit more. So I'm glad you're here with me today. And I am, just to throw this out here, I am wearing and I'm going to look at my phone because I have it on there, the Lamina Cowl and Wrap by Amba O'Brien. And I made this 2022, I want to say, with a mini set from Amanda Knits. She dyes yarn, and this was a Valentine mini kit. So this tealy color that's in between was the big skein that was in that, and then all of the minis. And it's just a really beautiful lace pattern in between, with that center double decrease part here, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. This is actually one of my favorite colorways here with all the different colors. So yeah, so it's just really pretty, and then I just repeated all the colors again on the other side. So this is actually a wrap that I grab a lot when I'm sitting at my desk and it's hanging on my shawl wall, because I can just kind of wrap myself in it when I'm cold. So I actually do grab this one quite often to wear around myself and keep me warm. So I figured I would throw that one on today just to have around my neck and keep me warm. So check that one out if you haven't already made it. If you still have a Christmas advent that you're not sure what you want to do with it, what am I doing? This is a good one. I don't even know how I'm putting this on now. Yeah, so let me fix this because I'm not liking what I'm doing here. Hold on one second. There we go. That's better. Does anybody ever have trouble fitting on their shawls or their wraps? This one really made me realize I really like a long rectangular wrap. I really like the way that it fits around my shoulders, where it's just kind of like a shawl or a wrap. You're wrapping yourself in it. Or you can just wear it like this and it fits really nice. So check that one out, and definitely check out Amanda Knits if she has anything going on over there, because she obviously dyes some beautiful colors. So finished object. I made a wreath for Valentine's Day. So I went and got felt, white felt and red felt, and some cotton DMC floss. And then these buttons are just a mother of pearl button that I ordered from an Etsy shop in England, actually. I don't have their tag here, so I'll definitely have them linked below. And so I just embroidered these little stars on there, and then attached the button, and then I attached the red to the white part, or the white to the red part, with some stitching there. And my husband, to help me be able to know, have these all kind of look uniform and the same, actually made me a little thing that I could put on a stencil that I could put on the red part here. And then I just put the little dots at the top of each of the points with a pen. And then I stitched it up and then put the button on in the middle. And then this back part here, hold on one second. This back part back here is some wire that my husband put together for me. Sorry for bumping the camera. And then I just covered it in this twist jute rope that I just got from Joann's. All of this, other than the buttons, is just stuff for Joann. So I just covered the wire in that rope, and then I hot glued the hearts onto the rope and the wire, so it would be, wouldn't just hang down if I just put it on the rope. And then I just attached the handle here so it can hang up. So yeah, so that was fun. I enjoyed making that. Some of these need to get pulled a little bit tighter so it doesn't look like there's two strip threads there, but other than that, it's really cute. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It'll be perfect for Valentine's Day. It wasn't done for Valentine's Day, but it'll be perfect for Valentine's Day next year. So yeah, so that's my finished object. Yeah. Not a knitting finished object, but sometimes I don't want to work on knitting. So there you go. All right. So enough about that. That's the only finished object I have. I haven't finished any of the projects that I worked on, I talked about last time. But I have been working on them, so I will definitely show that off. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is one that any new people might not have seen before, and that is the Comfort Cozy Blanket by A Homespun House. And I'm just doing it in some bare Knit Picks yarn, and then some random minis or spare yarn that, leftover yarn that I have, and I'm just throwing it in there. So it's very scrappy, but gosh, it's so soft and squishy, and I'm looking forward to it being a blanket. Right now it just keeps my lap warm while I'm working on it. But so here's where I started and what I've worked on, and up here is where I was the last time I showed it. So there it is. And you could see my ends. I'm just doing a magic knot to join it. But as you can tell, I've put on probably a good, well, if I can find my stitch marker. Let's see here. Good 8 or 9 inches from here to here. So I'm really enjoying the way that that's turning out. I think it's really pretty. So I think I measured it. I think I have a little over a foot left, and it's really long. Like, I have it on my longest cord. So it's a good size. These stitch holders I got from a little Valentine box from Trilogy Yarns. It was in there, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but those are super cute. And so that's just keeping that on there. And the needle size is a US 8 5mm needle. So I work on it. I'll pick it up randomly and work on it and add a little bit more yarn. And so, yeah. And I just have this in my little yarn bowl that I got from Andy the Knitress that I purchased from her. Sorry about that. The dogs are barking. Hold on one second. Sorry. Okay. Well, they're saving me from nothing. But here's the yarn I'm working on now. I'm pretty sure that this is one of the mini skeins and I'm not sure if she's still doing it. I'll have to look it up. But I know Nancy at Trilogy Yarns was doing a mini club, and I think this is one of those. So it's just real pretty. A little bit of purple, greens, cream, yellow, brown. And then, of course, the bear yarn from Knit Picks. I think this is Knit Picks Stroll. But, yeah, so I'm enjoying that. I still have some ends to weave in, but we'll get there. Not worried about that. And then it has that beautiful I-cord edge on it. But it is going to be really, really soft and squishy once it's done, for sure. So looking forward to that. The other thing is the Eudine cowl that I have been working on for the knit along from Oak City Fibers. And I haven't worked on this for a little while, and I'll tell you why. But this is the yarn from 29 Bridges Studios. In Henry's Hat Kit is the colorway. Oh no, the colorway, sorry, is Finch, apparently. Look at me not knowing. So that was the Surrey and the DK there. There we go. And so I've done some work on this. And I've actually done a whole pattern repeat on here. So you knit it, it's a cowl, but you knit it flat and then you seam it together. So this has the larger eyelets on it, on this side. And then you knit across, and then there's like a center part with two things. Here's where I was last time. And then it has this smaller eyelet part. Now, in the picture, the eyelets on this side just continue across the whole pattern, right? Just kind of in a diagonal. And it's like a 17-row repeat, and it just says, continue repeat until you've completed it 4 times. So I started this, and then it looked like up here, I pulled a little bit back so far, but it looked like the eyelets were going to start going the other way, and I kept looking at the picture on the pattern and thinking that's not right. That's not the way it's supposed to go. It's supposed to all continue in one line. So I pulled back a few rows. Now I'm not sure where I'm at, and I haven't worked on it again. So the fate of this cowl, I'm not sure. It is pretty. I liked the pattern on her project page, and I love this yarn, but I don't know if I'm not interpreting the pattern correctly, or I just need to trust in the pattern and keep going. So we shall see. These stitch stoppers I did get from Oak City Fibers. They are super adorable. They say, I speak fluent sarcasm, which I do. And so those are super cute. They have a lot of really cute, I'll show some more. They have some really cute stitch stoppers there. Some of them that are like this, where it just, random, I speak fluent sarcasm, nothing major. And then some ones that are a little bit more, have some other language on it, language that I would use in my daily life, but maybe some people don't. Maybe some people would be offended. I use those terms all the time, but I'll show those later because I haven't used them yet. So that's the state of the Eudine cowl. It is beautiful. The yarn is beautiful. The pattern is pretty on her project page. I'm just a little bit stuck, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I know it's almost spring. I'm still using my fall bag, and this is living in my bag from Front Range Bags from Colorado. So I will have that linked below if you want to go check out her current, the things that she currently has in there. The other thing that I have for you is the Nightshift by Andrea Mowry. And if you remember, I don't have the color numbers, but I'm making this out of 3 giant balls of the jewel spun yarn. This one I believe is Midnight Fjords, which is a number 847. This is my color B. And then I have this one, which is Golden Green, which is number 845. And then, Fred's barking, sorry. My color A is this beautiful one, which is Setting Sun, which seems appropriate. So I have done some work on this one. Last time I podcast, I was all the way down here at this end, and I have done all of that. Let me get closer so you can see just how really beautiful these colors are. And I can really see why people like this. It's a simple to follow mosaic pattern. And it really just highlights the yarn so beautifully. Now, I have never made a shawl out of acrylic yarn. I'm not sure how this is going to block at all. So if any of you have tips on acrylic, let me know. I don't normally use acrylic, so I don't know how that's going to block out, but I am enjoying the way it looks. It's very pretty. And definitely more within my price range than Spin Cycle. Would I love to use Spin Cycle? Absolutely, but it is what it is. So, so that's the Nightshift. I love this section right here with the orange and the purple. Oh, it's so pretty. So, I can see why it's a very popular pattern. And I am using, again, everything, almost all the things I'm making today are out of a US 8 5mm needle. So apparently that is the needle of choice. And I'll just go ahead and move my stitch marker here. So yeah, so I think I've put on, I was down here, so I put on a fair amount of work on this one. Yeah. All right. That's that. The next thing is the Colin socks, and this is, and I'm sorry, I cannot find the ball band. I did have it, and I don't know what happened to it, but it's a trilogy yarn colorway. I have the picture of the ball band on Instagram, so if you want to check that out, you can. But I'm not sure that Nancy is actually dyeing this colorway anymore, but it's called Peachy Queen by Trilogy Yarns. And that almost looks, it's not really true to color. Let me check my camera here. That's probably a little bit better. It's more peach than is showing up there. But it also has some of that red and blue and green in it. It's real pretty. So just put my light back on. And these are the Colin socks by Twin Set and Pearl, which they also have a podcast. And I know Ruth Loves to Knit is doing sort of a Twin Set and Pearl knit along this year. So if you want to check that out, you can check out her channel. I think she also has, I think the hashtag for it is hashtag TNP24, I want to say. I'll have it linked below. But these are the Colin socks. And it has this really it looks like a cable, but it's not a cable. There's a better representation of it in the back of the sock here. And this has a heel flap and gusset, which I don't normally do, but I wanted to follow the pattern. So I did the heel flap there, and I just finished the gusset and the decreases. So now I'm just doing the front cable pattern, which is chart 1. It's written and charted, so you can follow either one if you want. But it's just a really pretty pattern, and I thought this yarn did a really good job of showing the pattern while also having some visual interest with the different colors on it. So yeah. Now I don't understand why my cuff came out with one side's, maybe it's just where this is more of a rib pattern, and this is more the sort of mock cable-y looking thing. So maybe that's why it's uneven, but I've never had that happen before where I had an uneven cuff. I don't know. But it's really easy to follow, fun pattern. So you could definitely check that out. The Colin socks. It's part of their, I guess they did a Bridgerton set of patterns, and this is the season 2 Bridgerton, one of the socks from that. And this is on a 9-inch circular needles, Chow, and yeah, so I'm just doing that front pattern until it gets long enough, and then there are toe on there. I probably still do the rounded toe that I normally do, just because I don't think for me and the way my feet are that the kind of wedge toe works as well as the rounded toe from the Bakery Bears. So I will probably still do that, but it is a really, really pretty pattern. Right. Last but not least is the one for the make along. So it is the Harvest cardigan by Tin Can Knits, and I have done a ton. So last time you saw it, I had probably only done about, I don't know, 18 or 19 rows of this collar, and now we have the whole collar done, and we split for sleeves. Sorry, I have a fuzz on my face. And then there's those raglan increases. And then there's the back of the collar where I was last time. And I've done probably about 9 or 10 inches, probably not that many, 8 or 9 inches from the sleeve. So it's coming along, and it's just really easy. No increases anymore, just knitting and purling. Could probably actually put it on so you can see it where I'm at. And this is made out of the Big Twist Tweed by Joann's. So it is an acrylic yarn, but I can probably just put it in the washing machine. So go ahead and show it. It is a little bit oversized, but I think that's going to be good because, hold on, it's going to be a good one that you can just snuggle into when you want. Today is a very barky episode of Knit Habits. Welcome to my life. So, yeah, so I think that's going to be really pretty. once it's done. And yeah, it's a little bit big, but you know what? I think that's going to be okay. I am going to enjoy a good snuggle in it. So there you go. So I need to stop saying so. Please go over to Ravelry and join. I do have a hashtag. I'm not sure what's going on with it. It doesn't seem to be working on Ravelry or on Instagram. It's hashtag make all the cardigans 2024. I'm not sure. I can't find it. But I've heard that Instagram is doing some really weird things with hashtags. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But I do have a hashtag for it. And you can also join the group on Ravelry. There has been, excitingly enough, there has been a couple of finished objects over there. So please go check that out. There is a chatter thread as well that you can go and see what everybody is wanting to get going and make. And so that's been really fun. And it's been really nice to just talk to everybody over there and hopefully be enthusiastic and cheering you on for your projects and making along with all of you. So if you want to make a cardigan, whether it's knitting, crocheting, sewing, whatever you want to do, please go check that out. That would be amazing. I'm really liking this. It's pretty. Okay, so what has come into the house? Well, a little bit of yarn has come into the house. Let me just turn the page on my, and this is a US 8 5mm needle as well. And I'm making the XXL size. There is an option to put buttonholes in the button band. I chose not to do that. I don't tend to button my projects, so, or my cardigans, my projects, sorry. So I don't think I will be doing that, or I know I won't be doing that. And let's see here. So what has come into the house? So I got that Valentine box from Trilogy Yarns with some goodies. She had a measuring tape, which who doesn't love a good measuring tape? So that was in there. Some Eucalyptus in lavender. Little English rose lip balm was there. And some wax melts, which I won't be using these. I'm not a floral scented person, but that was in there. Mountain Madness is the company. Wax melts. And the colorway that was in there is called, it just says Happy Valentine's Day. And this is on her MCN DK, which is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. So that's a really pretty colorway. I really like this pinky part right here. So that came in. The other thing is the stitch markers, and these are from, it says Mini and Pearl stitch stoppers for US 2 to 11. And if you have kiddos and you don't want to know, or you don't want to read it, or you're offended by bad language, you don't need to look. But it says, let's keep the dumb fuckery to a minimum today. There you go. So these are super cute. I haven't opened these yet. And the other ones, the sarcasm ones, are from the same Mini and Pearl as well. I really liked the socks that Amber from A Lovely Yarn was making. So I went on and looked for the colorway from Simply Socks. And these are opal yarns. And of course it's all in German. and the colorway I believe is 11342. And that is an upside down representation, a representation of what the sock will look like. But I liked it. I liked that it was kind of a neutrally color. So I went on and got that. And then while I was shopping, I thought, well, I might as well get two, right? Not just one ball of yarn. So I ordered this one, which is 11315. There you go. And of course, these are my colors, as you know. So these are just opal. Wow. These are just opal yarns. This one's called Crazy Waters. And it's just pretty purple, pink, yellow, green, orange, my kind of colors. So I got that one as well. And then to add to the prizes, so keep in mind, there is the bag, and sorry for the crinkling, from Amy that she made from Happy Little Yarn. There is the yarn from Fiber Nymph here. And I also got some really cute stitch markers from Brooklyn Notions. I've ordered from her before. Here is her card. And her information is on the back. Cover my face. There you go. I will also have it linked below. But I got these cute ones, which are just sheep and hearts. And I just thought they were adorable. So stitch markers. And I got these ones, which they're so cute, little woodland creatures. So cute. If I can get them out of the bag that they're in. Okay. All right. So those will all be going into some of the prizes. I will be pulling because it's a year-long make-along, I will be pulling from for both the chatter thread and the FO thread. And so look for that. I will be doing that probably the end of next month. I will be pulling for that. It also came with, and of course I dropped them, some cute little stitch stoppers, which I think I will be including into one of the prizes as well. These are just adorable. They're like little deer. Those are cute. So I will be throwing those in there as well. So those are all going to be the prizes for the make-along. So please, if you would like to join in, tell your friends. Summer, winter, whatever kind of cardigan you want to make is perfectly fine by me. So that is what's come in. Let's see here. Reading. What have I been reading? That is an excellent question. I think the only thing that I have read since the last time we talked, and I am on Goodreads. I might jump in there and link that below so you can see. But the last thing I read, I'm trying to open my Goodreads. Hold on one second. It's being slow. Is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I know a lot of people have read that book or that series. I've only read the first book so far. It is excellent. I did give it 4 stars. I think that's the only thing I've read since we last spoke. And I am currently reading a book called The Liar's Crown by Abigail Owen. There's that one. It is pretty good. I would probably give it 3 stars. It's I read a lot of fantasy. I wouldn't say it's the best fantasy I've ever read. It's pretty good. It's solid, but a little bit tedious in there. So that's what I have been reading. Watching has generally just podcasts. And lately I have been watching old TV shows. Probably going to laugh at me, but I've been watching Happy Days a lot. Just kind of life in general, have been wanting to watch, a formulaic half hour, everybody's problems are solved in a half an hour kind of situation. But that is what I've been doing. So that's everything. Therapy talk. I don't really have anything this time other than to take care of yourself. And to make sure that you have good thoughts about yourself as much as you possibly can. Try to push those negative ones out. That is something that I personally work on every day. So that is a work in progress for myself. But if you can try to change those negative thoughts when you have them into something positive and stop yourself from doing it, maybe we can all feel better about ourselves a little bit. So I'm going to leave you there, and I will just say, as I usually do, to go, I'm going to stop right there before I end it and just say, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. That does help my channel get out there a little bit more. And tell your friends if you'd like. If you'd like to join the Make Along, please go check out the Knit Habits group on Ravelry. And that's it. And I hope you guys all take care. Go ahead and give yourself the same grace that you would give everyone. Bye.